Everyone talks about the AR-15 like it's the only rifle worth owning. But let's be honest, the firearms world has way more to offer. In this video, we're diving into 10 rifles that outperform the AR in ways you might not expect. From smarter engineering to rugged reliability and real-world practicality, these aren't just alternatives, they're contenders. Welcome to Firearms Zone, where we skip the BS and talk real gear, real fast. Go on, smash that sub. You don't want to miss what's coming next. Number 10. Ruger Mini 14. The Ruger Mini 14 often flies under the radar, but it's one of the most versatile rifles you can get your hands on. It's chambered in .223, 5.56, like the AR-15, but the look and feel are completely different. More like a classic hunting rifle than a tactical weapon. That lower profile makes it appealing in places with stricter firearm regulations or for shooters who want something that blends in at the range or in the field. It's got a reliable fixed piston gas system and a cold hammer-forged barrel that helps with both durability and accuracy. It might not have rails all over it or a ton of aftermarket gear, but what it does offer is simple, consistent performance. The iron sights are solid. It cycles smoothly, and recoil is easy to manage, even for newer shooters. While it's not as modular as an AR, it's much easier to legally own in states with bans on military-style features, and that alone makes it a solid alternative. Pros: more legal-friendly in restrictive states. Classic design that doesn't draw attention. Cold hammer-forged barrel for great accuracy. Reliable gas piston system. Lightweight and easy to handle. Cons: limited customization compared to AR-15. Magazines can be harder to find and more expensive. No last round bolt hold open. Optics mounting options are more limited. Trigger isn't as crisp as some AR options. Price range, usually between $900 and $1,100 depending on model and finish. Question: do you prefer the tactical look of an AR, or does the clean classic design of the Mini 14 win you over? Number 9. IWI Taver X95. The IWI Taver X95 flips the script on traditional rifle design. Like the AUG, it's a bullpup, which means the action and magazine sit behind the trigger. That keeps the overall length super short, just 26 inches, with a full 16-inch barrel. It's compact, but it doesn't shoot like a compact rifle. The X95 is designed with real-world feedback from military users, and it shows. The build is solid, and it feels like a rifle that was made to be carried, bumped, dropped, and still keep working. What's great about the X95 is how well it's laid out. The controls are fully ambidextrous, including the magazine release, bolt catch, and charging handle. It's available in multiple calibers: 5.56 NATO, 9mm, and 5.45 by 39, so you can set it up however you like. It's got a built-in flash hider, rail space under removable panels, and a clean recoil profile that helps you stay on target. It's not the most customizable rifle, but it's definitely one of the most purpose-built. Pros: compact bullpup design with full barrel performance. Fully ambidextrous controls for left and right-handed shooters. Built-in flash hider reduces muzzle flash in low light. Rail system with removable covers keeps grip comfortable. Multiple caliber options available. Cons: trigger feel is still bullpup-like, not as crisp as ARs. Takes some time to get used to mag changes and control layout. Aftermarket support is decent, but not massive. Heavier than it looks once accessories are added. More front-heavy than traditional rifles. Price range typically runs from $1,600 to $1,900 depending on model and caliber. Number 8. CZ Bren 2. The CZ Bren 2 is what you get when you take everything people love about modular rifles and build it into something that feels purpose-built from the ground up. This rifle is lightweight, incredibly well-balanced, and comes with ambidextrous controls that actually make sense, not just as an afterthought. Whether you shoot left or right-handed, everything's easy to reach. It's available in multiple calibers and configurations, and swapping parts is straightforward. That alone makes it a strong contender if you're looking for flexibility. Unlike the AR-15, which can get gassy when running a suppressor, the Bren 2 includes an adjustable gas regulator that handles suppressed shooting like a pro. Build quality is rock solid. There's no rattle, no wiggle, just a tight, professional feel. It's not the cheapest rifle on the market, but if you're after performance right out of the box, the Bren 2 doesn't need much tweaking. Pros: ambidextrous controls that are actually intuitive. Adjustable gas system for suppressor use. Swappable barrels and calibers. Excellent balance and ergonomics. Very tight tolerances with minimal rattle. Cons: more expensive than most AR setups. Limited US aftermarket support. Heavier front end with certain accessories. Proprietary parts can be harder to find. Charging handle doesn't lock back. Price range: around $1,600 to $1,900, depending on barrel length and configuration. Number 7. Zastava ZPPPM90PS. The Zastava ZPPPM90PS brings a fresh twist to the AK platform by running 5.56 NATO instead of the usual 7.62. That alone makes it a lot more practical for American shooters. Built like a tank, it's meant to take abuse without flinching. Whether you're out in rough weather or running high round counts at the range, this thing keeps going. It also accepts standard AR-15 magazines, which is a rare but very welcome bonus in an AK-style rifle. What stands out most is the attention to durability. Thicker stamped receiver, bulged trunnion, and chrome-lined barrel all scream long-term use. It comes with a Magpul Zhukov folding stock, which makes it compact and adjustable without giving up strength. It's heavier than an AR and doesn't have the same customization options. But if you want something that just works no matter what, the ZPPPM90 earns its spot on this list. Pros: runs 5.56 NATO, while accepting AR-15 magazines. Built with rugged materials that handle abuse. Folding Magpul Zhukov stock with solid adjustability. Chrome-lined barrel for long-term corrosion resistance. QD sling points built in. Cons: heavier than a standard AR setup. Limited aftermarket accessory support. Trigger is basic and might need upgrading. No bolt hold open after last round. Charging handle isn't ambi-friendly. Price range: typically runs from $1,000 to $1,200, depending on retailer and finish options. Number 6. Styer Auga3. The Styer Auga3 is probably one of the most recognizable bullpup rifles out there, and for good reason. Its compact size and 16-inch barrel, packed into a 27-inch overall length, make it incredibly efficient for tight spaces, vehicles, or CQB-style setups. Unlike most rifles, the AUG keeps everything behind the trigger, so you get full barrel velocity in a much shorter package. The latest A3 model also supports standard AR-15 magazines, which is a huge step up from older versions that required proprietary mags. What really makes the AUG stand out is its quick change barrel system. No tools, no fuss. You press a button, swap the barrel, and you're good to go. You can switch between different lengths or even calibers, depending on your setup. It's built tough with a polymer housing, and while it looks a little sci-fi, it runs like a workhorse. Recoil is soft. The balance is rear-heavy, but comfortable. And it's surprisingly accurate once you get used to the different layout. Pros: super compact without sacrificing barrel length. Quick change barrel system with no tools required. Now compatible with AR-15 magazines, a 3 version. Excellent reliability and soft recoil. Very durable polymer frame with a clean finish. Cons: bullpup layout takes time to adjust to, less intuitive manual of arms compared to an AR. Trigger feel is noticeably spongier. Limited aftermarket customization. Ejection pattern isn't ideal for left-handed shooters. Price range: you're usually looking at around $1,800 to $2,100, depending on configuration and availability. Question: would you trade familiarity for function, especially if it means carrying a full rifle in such a compact frame? Number 5. Sig MCX. The Sig MCX is what happens when a company takes everything people like about the AR-15 and says, let's make it better. From the outside, it might look like an AR variant, but the internals tell a different story. It runs on a short-stroke gas piston system, which makes it cleaner and more reliable than the traditional direct impingement setup in most ARs. That means less carbon buildup, smoother cycling, and fewer cleaning sessions. For anyone who's ever run a suppressed AR and hated the blowback, this is a major upgrade. One of the standout features of the MCX is its modularity. You can swap barrels and calibers without needing an armorer's bench. It's built for quick changeouts, so you can go from a close-quarters 5.56 to a long-range 300 blackout setup in minutes. The folding stock adds a level of portability that the AR-15 just can't match, especially in tight spaces like vehicles or storage cases. And the monolithic upper gives you better rigidity and less flex, which translates to more consistent accuracy under stress. Pros: short-stroke gas system for cleaner operation and less recoil. Modular design supports quick barrel and caliber changes. Folding stock makes storage and transport easier. Monolithic upper adds strength and accuracy. Fully ambidextrous, well-designed controls. Cons: more expensive than standard AR builds. Heavier front end when running suppressors or long barrels. Aftermarket support is smaller than the AR ecosystem. Some proprietary parts, like the handguard, limit mix and match options, not as beginner-friendly right out of the box. Price range: you're looking at around $2,000 to $2,400, depending on the configuration. Question: if price wasn't an issue, would you go with the MCX over your current AR setup? Number 4. IWI Galil Ace. The IWI Galil Ace is what happens when the classic AK gets a modern overhaul. And suddenly, it's going head-to-head with rifles like the AR-15. Based on the battle-proven Galil platform, the Ace takes everything further. Smoother cycling, better ergonomics, and real compatibility with today's gear. You've got options here. Calibers like 5.56 NATO, 7.62 by 39, and even 7.62 NATO. So whether you're into common rounds or want a little more punch, there's an Ace out there for you. One thing that really stands out: usability. The Ace has a 6-position folding stock, so no matter your body type or your loadout, you can get the fit just right. Add in a left-side charging handle, ambidextrous safety, and a monolithic upper with full-length rail. And now we're talking business. And here's the kicker: running the 5.56 version, you can use your existing AR mags. That's huge for logistics and cost. Pros: chambered in 5.56, 7.62 by 39, and 7.62 NATO. 6-position folding stock with excellent ergonomics. Runs standard AR mags in the 5.56 model. Tough steel receiver built to last. Fully ambi controls and clean layout. Cons: heavier than most AR-15s. Triggers just okay. not as much aftermarket support. Charging handle isn't reversible. Imports drive the price up. Price range usually runs somewhere between $1,600 and $2,100, depending on caliber and setup. Question: would you take a few extra pounds if it meant rugged, no BS reliability from the Galil Ace? Number 3. FN SCAR 16 and 17. The FN SCAR lineup has built a rock-solid rep among military users and high-end civilian shooters, and for good reason. Both the SCAR 16 in 5.56 and the SCAR 17 in 7.62 NATO brings serious engineering and real-world combat pedigree to the table. What makes them stand out isn't just the look. It's that internal short-stroke piston system that runs cleaner and cooler than a traditional AR. That means more reliability, especially when you're suppressed or shooting heavy round counts without a deep clean. The platform itself is super user-friendly. You get a folding, adjustable stock that fits just about any body type. A full-length monolithic rail up top gives you plenty of space for optics and accessories. And the controls? Fully ambidextrous and easy to reach. Now, the SCAR 17 is a beast on its own. Chambered in 7.62 NATO, it's built for distance and stopping power when you need every shot to count. Pros: reliable short-stroke gas piston system. Folding, adjustable stock for solid fit and portability. Monolithic top rail for optics and accessories. Comes in both 5.56 and 7.62 calibers. Great recoil control and accuracy in its class. Cons: pricey, especially the SCAR 17. Recoil hits harder than a typical AR. Aftermarket support's limited. Bolt handle doesn't reciprocate, but it's also not ambi. Proprietary parts can bump up long-term maintenance costs. Price range: SCAR 16 usually runs $2,800 to $3,200. The SCAR 17? Anywhere from $3,500 to $4,000. Number 2. HKSL-8. The HKSL-8 is one of the most underrated rifles in the civilian market, and probably one of the most overlooked alternatives to the AR platform. Built off the legendary G36, the SL-8 brings that German engineering pedigree but wraps it up for civilian use. It's chambered in 5.56 NATO and features a cold, hammer-forged, chrome-lined barrel. Translation? You're getting legit accuracy and long-term durability right out of the box. No mods needed. It's clean, reliable, and tuned for precision without extra fluff. The short-stroke gas piston system keeps things running smooth and clean, unlike a direct impingement AR that can beat itself up over time. And for comfort, you've got an adjustable cheek rest and butt pad. Dial it in to fit your frame and your style. Up top, a full-length rail makes optics mounting simple. No adapters or headaches. And if you're stuck in a mag-restricted state, the 10-round setup keeps you legal without needing to swap parts. Pros: cold hammer-forged barrel delivers excellent accuracy. Short-stroke gas system runs clean and smooth. Adjustable cheek rest and butt pad for a custom fit. Full-length rail simplifies optics mounting. Legal-friendly in restrictive states. Cons: doesn't take AR mags unless you do a conversion. Looks kinda funky. Not everyone digs the style. Aftermarket support in the US is limited. Factory triggers okay, but nothing to brag about. Not as easy to upgrade in the field compared to an AR. Price range: you'll find it anywhere from $1,600 to $2,000, depending on what's in stock. Question: would you give up AR mag compatibility if it meant sharper accuracy and a smoother shooting experience? Number 1. AK-47. Topping the list is a rifle that hardly needs an introduction: the AK-47. While folks love to compare it to the AR-15 like they're interchangeable, the AK's in a category all its own. Known around the world for its rugged simplicity and battlefield-proven reliability, the AK-47 is the definition of "it just works." Caked in mud, soaked in rain, handled like trash, it keeps running. Not every rifle can say that. One of the biggest things the AK has over the AR? Durability. Fewer moving parts, looser tolerances, and a design that shrugs off neglect. Chambered in 7.62 by 39, it delivers real punch, especially in short to mid-range fights. Pair that with classic curved steel mags, and you've got a rifle that just doesn't quit, even in the worst conditions imaginable. Pros: bomb-proof reliability in nasty conditions. 7.62 by 39 round hits hard. Simple internals. Easy upkeep. Steel mags are built like tanks. Global availability with decades of real-world use. Cons: not great at long range. Ergonomics are dated. Reloads are slower. Factory customization? Almost none. Heavier than your average AR. Mounting optics usually needs aftermarket help. Price range: depending on where it's made, you're looking at anywhere from $700 to $1,200. So there it is, 10 rifles that prove the AR-15 ain't the only game in town. Whether you care about rugged reliability, next-level modularity, or just raw shooting power, each one of these brings something real to the table. If one of them caught your eye, drop a comment and let us know what you're running, or what's on your wish list. We read 'em all. And hey, if you're into straight talk, no fluff gear breakdowns like this one, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell. You're watching Firearms Zone, and we'll catch you in the next one.